So if you go to Google Maps and look at Savannah, Abercorn is kind of one of the main roads that goes from Southside, which is the commercial, mostly, you know, the malls and the movie theaters, through this area of residential, and then north, actually, which goes downtown, which is the historic part of Savannah. Your downtown River Street and stores and old homes and whatnot. So these are the numbered streets, and we're going up 54th, 55th, 56th. When you get around 75th or 78th, basically it ends and you enter kind of like South Side, where it's mostly commercial. So I wanted to start this video here just because Abercorn is one of your main streets. It's going to be a big part of this house on 63rd. Just being close to Abercorn means you're kind of close to everything. You know, Midtown, which is what this is considered, is extremely a great place just because you're near everything. Right behind these buildings, which were actually just purchased by SCAD, a local college, is a red and white grocery store, gas station. God, they look terrible right now. They're getting redone. Couple restaurants, couple bars. It's called Habersham Village. It's really cool. And actually, here we are, 63rd. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump across. Now, most of these homes are in the 260 to 360 range. A lot of them have been getting flipped. If they weren't in great shape, they're getting purchased and updated. When you come over here to Bull Street, let's see here, which kind of parallels Abercorn. We're going to go up a little bit. Right up here is Durin Avenue, which is kind of the next main road that cuts Savannah in half. But we're going to cut through this neighborhood here, which is called Sylvan Terrace. Which, if you can find a house in here, Sylvan Terrace, being right next to Ardsley Park, right? So Midtown, Ardsley Park is one of the fastest growing areas in Savannah. House prices are going crazy, and some people that can't get in there right now are looking into Sylvan Terrace. It's a small little area, a bunch of old 1950s, really cool homes, and a lot of them are getting purchased for 60, 80, 120,000. And if you put the money into them, they can easily be worth, you know, 250 when you're done. Now, when you come through this, we end up on Montgomery. And Montgomery is going to lead us right into the community that we're heading, which is less expensive housing. It's not next on the list to get updated. Sylvan will kind of be in between that. Like I mentioned, Ardsley Park, which is kind of like the east. So 100, 200, 300, 400 block east are some of the hottest things in Savannah. As we go west, you know, progress is taking its time. It's jumping some blocks, like Sylvan, you know, which is right over there. It's kind of next on the chopping block. One day when Sylvan is all flipped and sold out, then we'll be over here on these blocks. One second. Alright, 519 West 52nd. I'm heading that way right now. This is a couple blocks up, just to give you kind of an idea of the neighborhood. A lot of smaller homes. Right now, actually, right behind these homes, the fair is in town, which is, so the fairgrounds are right behind here, which is a really nice big park. Some of these houses need more love than others. That one right there looks like it's boarded up and condemned, but then you'll have some houses like that which look great. Alright, so we're on Montgomery. We're coming down. Here's some of those roads. Let's see, North Baldwin. Got a little collision center here, 63rd. And here's 62nd Street. So a lot of commercial stuff right out here. And this whole road goes commercial all the way down, pretty much all the way to downtown. So here's turning on to 62nd Street. Just like the majority You know, look at there. There's a house getting completely redone. Looks like it's already scraped, about to get painted. Here's a hair studio salon. I think this might be the house we're looking for. Or no, it's on the corner. It might be the next one. Let me look it up again. Let's see here. 519. Nope, it's one more block. Alright, so this is on that corner. Oh look, there's some more action. That's a great sign. You see contractors working, because that's the thing with this neighborhood. You gotta wait on the contractors to get here. There we go. Oh, it's right on the fairgrounds. That must be it. 519. So this is looking down 62nd. So you got from here to Montgomery. Right takes you to Durin, which is a major road that cuts you all the way across Savannah. If you go left, which is north, you're going to head straight to Victory Drive and then right downtown. And a couple streets over is Abercorn. So very close to everything that you would need. For the most part, these homes, I mean, the roofs look good. That one house is getting redone, which is a great sign. Like I mentioned, there's the fair. Now, I don't think anything happens over here other than when the fair's here once a year for a couple weeks. Other than that, they really don't use this area very much. If you go around the back, there is a nice park, but most of that area over there is just city land that's not used, which is great. Better than being smushed in between a bunch of houses. Now for the house itself, let's see. Looks like some of the wood under the eaves right there has already been replaced. Siding doesn't look terrible. A little bit of rot on that one board there. Chimney looks good and it's got a cap on it, so at least that hasn't been getting rained in. Missing some of the fence, obviously. Maybe it comes with an F-150. Old AC unit there. Looks like it's off the ground. About 1.5 feet maybe, which is good. At least you can get under there and maybe do some work. There's kind of a, you either want it to be on slab or have enough room to get under there. Some houses are only a couple inches off the ground, which makes it impossible to do anything. There's a little dip in the roof right there. Not extreme. Windows don't look terrible. Actually, I mean, the windows don't look bad at all. That one. So those are newer. Here's the original couple. So the older wooden windows, but not busted out or anything. Looks like the front porch was redone some, the wood. Steps aren't really cracked up. Porch isn't really cracked up. Got a double door option here. Guess it could be a duplex. Alright, front window. Old, nothing bad. Front door looks pretty solid. The floors don't look bad. Oh, there's a lizard. Let's see, you got some paneling. You got a little bit of bow in the roof here. Those slats are probably just decorative. This little wood trim here looks pretty good. There's a bow here on the floor. So right here, it kind of goes down a little bit. So this side of the house may be sagging some. I don't see any major splits in the wall to show that. These are plaster walls. actually that dip right there's about a 2-inch gap. Looks like they're kind of hiding. That may be how much it settled. So there was another heat source here. I don't know if it's extremely dark in here. I apologize. See if I get a light. Water heaters in the back there. Hard to say. That's where the house used to end. It's concrete floor. Concrete. Looks like where they had the washer and dryer. Bedroom. Like I said, it's like, yeah, it's new windows and everything, so this was probably an add-on, this whole back part, so it all actually looks pretty fun. A little bit of slope there. And you got 2 bedrooms, so you got your front door access there. Older windows. No really very small cracks on the roof, man. Just normal plaster type cracks. A little bit of separation on the doors, not much. Feel some floor, a little dip there. And I mean, you can definitely feel the floor. I mean, it said it had foundational issues. You can feel some dips on the floor from time to time. But, you know, you get a lot of that in Ardsley Park and surrounding areas. It was just a lot of sandy area. But, I mean, right here is probably your biggest dip. Where it feels like it's just settling the most here in, I guess, what would be the dining room. So, kind of a living room, dining room, kitchen, bedroom in the back, 2 bedrooms and a bath on this side. So 1 bath, 3 bedroom, kitchen. I guess the major cost here, I mean, it really wouldn't be, which is probably why she bought it. I don't know if fixing up the house probably wouldn't be that difficult. It's just a foundation. What's that going to cost if you wanted it to be perfect? Give you one more tour out of here. I'll show you Duran. It's big, nice trees. See what's right behind here. Big yards. So, how's it going, man? Little speed bump. Another big yard there. That guy was wondering what I was filming. These speed bumps are nice. You can tell a lot of these houses are really well kept. Not bad at all. You know, cute little houses. So that guy's running some business out of his. There's a rental property. Empty lot. Now I'm gonna show, look at that big old house. Alright, I want to show you this out close. So when you come back here to Montgomery, let's see, take a right. And boom, right here at this red light. I believe it's this light, might be the next light. That's the next light. Right at this next light, we're at Duran. And if you go to Google Maps and look at Duran, if I take a right, I'm heading up 516. That takes me to I-16, which is how do I get to Atlanta. It takes me to 95, which gets me to Florida or South Carolina. I can go south and hit Richmond Hill and some other cities within just a couple 10-15 minutes. So right is basically the way out of Savannah. If I go left, then I can cut across pretty much main Savannah and easily get over to Truman Parkway. Truman Parkway takes me downtown, takes me to the beach. Actually, Hunter Army Airfield is right over there, so this is an easy area kind of to rent. But you can see how Durin's kind of the beginning of this part of Savannah being mostly commercial. So now I'm on Durin, and you can tell it's a busy 6-lane highway. Gas stations. As you come down further, you got the hospital right down here on the left. Some more restaurants and whatnot, but the next light there is Abercorn. So south side to many more businesses, or take a left